Okay, so I don't usually do movie quote unquote reviews, but I just saw Spider Man Homecoming and I wanted to talk about it. Hopefully, you guys find something interesting about what I have to say. So, right off the bat, I'll just say that I loved it. Maybe even loved it. It's really hard to quantify movies these days, especially after just watching it once. But I left this movie feeling a lot more positive about it than, let's say, compared to something like Guardians of the Galaxy 2, which I really like too, but felt like the story got a little bit too crazy and convoluted at the end. So without going into spoilers and stuff, let me just say that, one, love Michael Keaton. I've been having this huge Michael Keaton renaissance where I've been going and watching a bunch of his old movies. I watched Founder a couple weeks ago, and that made me want to watch Multiplicity and Beetlejuice, and I just bought Birdman, so that's on my list as well. Michael Keaton has this way about him where he's like a nice, honorable guy, and believable and caring, but then like just completely frightening at the same time. So I'm really satisfied with the look and the feel of the Vulture in this movie. My biggest concern, well, I guess they're not concerns. The movie was really funny and fun, but it really seemed to rely on a lot of Marvel references. Now, I don't know if this is because they're trying to really tie Spider-Man back into the Marvel Cinematic Universe after being with Sony for so long. And I think that's probably true considering the fact that the movie is called Spider-Man Homecoming. But I thought to myself, if you remove all these references to other Marvel movies, I feel like the movie doesn't have as much to stand on. So for instance, a lot of the story is about Peter Parker and his interactions with Tony Stark. He even gets a suit from him that has like a Jarvis AI, and a lot of the humor comes from that. So if like the whole Iron Man Tony Stark thing wasn't involved in this movie, I feel like a lot of the dialogue would have been lost somewhere. Now, I don't think this should be a big knock against the movie, because Marvel has done such a great job building this world. It's now this big playground that we're allowed to come in and visit. Much like the Star Wars franchise, where everything's so interconnected and related, you can't escape references. But the reason I bring this all up is because I'm interested in what Marvel will do with the Spider-Man franchise. They've set certain things up in this movie, like with the suit, which is a new character, and now one that I don't see future movies not having. Like, I can't imagine going back and watching the Andrew Garfield or Tobey Maguire movies and not feel like there's some sort of dialogue missing. I think it's a huge credit to Marvel for finding the right people to write these scripts and write them cleverly, so I have a lot of confidence in them for the future. It's pretty crazy to think that we will have 3 Marvel movies this year. First with Guardians 2, and now Spider-Man Homecoming, and there's even Thor Ragnarok on the way. I'm still pretty excited about all these movies, but I've had some people tell me that they're getting burnt out on all of these. The whole superhero movie formula kind of thing. Is that happening to any of you guys? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I just want to say thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.